any mobiles or stations on short time, please call KF90P. 6QWA, short time, no comments.
KV1AHR, short time.
Okay, we got a couple there. K6QWI, Fred from Orleans. Fred, thanks for checking in. Good to hear you in there, and hope to hear you again next week. Have Fred checked in with no comments there. 73's, Fred. KB1AHR, Ben, you have any comments for the net?
Oh, just like to say good evening to everybody. Missed the net last week. Took me a while longer to get home from church. We had a special church service last week, so. Plus I went to Jiffy Treat afterwards. So that slowed me down a little bit too. Anyway, hope to see a bunch of people. I think there's a club meeting this Tuesday, and also the Fox Hunt is going to be a week early this month because of Dayton. So I hope to see a lot of people at the Fox Hunt on Saturday. Other than that, hope to see some good weather this week, and I'll turn it back to you, Mike, KB1AHR.
Okay, Ben, thanks for checking in. Thanks for the comments there. Yeah, Fox Hunt's coming early this week, and hope that weather does clear up. I've had enough of this cold rain for a while. Thanks for checking in, 73s. I will now take the regular check-ins to the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Service Net. Please call Net Control KF90P.
KB9 RBB, Shelby County.
FBH.
B9 CFW.
N3ZEQ.
Bravo 9, Delta Oscar, and the personal is Earl.
KV9FTO, Doug in Wilmington. I'll be short time in and out with no traffic. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, we got a few there. Let's go back up the top list. Now, some of them I haven't got the whole call or the name, but we'll start out and see what we can pick up here. I missed a couple there. I got a KB9R, something Shelby County or something like that. Come back with the call sign, name, and location again, please, and any comments you might have.
Hey, okay, let's just say howdy there, everybody. We're going to start making the net. Y'all, you know, Bravo 9 will be on Bedford, and Tom. Fairly easy in Shelby County.
Okay, I got KB9RBB, Rob Baker, and Tom from Shelby County, I think it is. Barely making it in there, Tom, but got a lot of static with you, but was getting you in there. And maybe the weather conditions will be better next week, and we'll try you again then. Thanks for checking in. We'll say 73s. Okay, the fourth guy I missed. I did hear somebody in there, but I missed you completely, so I will pick you up the next round. Go with KC9 CFW. Jim from Bedford. Jim, you have any comments for the net?
Have much to say. I just never did go mushroom hunting or anything, but I was just wondering if anybody found a bunch of them. Been a little house cleaning with my boy's house. Been a patching hose and stuff. Things. He's getting ready to sell them, so that all done. Hope I feel like going to the meeting Tuesday night, so with that I'll turn it back to the net.
Hey Jim, thanks for checking in. Thanks for the comments there. Yeah, mushroom, I've heard a few finding a bunch of them, and heard a lot of them not finding any, and I'm one that didn't find any, so don't have much to report there on the mushrooms. But some have found some, but kind of an odd season this year. They're not where they were last year. Okay, 73s, Jim. Let's go with N3ZEQ. Roy, you have any comments for the net?
Nothing much. Just like to say good evening and 7-3 to all around the net. And I'd like to apologize at this time if you've heard a lot of chunking and what have you going on this past 3 or 4 days. I just got myself a new little HT, a little Yaesu Victor X-Ray -5 Romeo, and well, from what I can see, I am extremely impressed with this thing. This thing is 2 meter 440 and 6 meter. It also monitors all of the HF on the lower bands, the 1.8 and above, all the way up to I think it's 440 megahertz. And well, I've been playing around on 2 meters for a while, and sometimes I wind up chunking the repeater because I don't hear a tone, and for some odd reason didn't have the volume turned up or anything like that. And I'd just like to say that I did catch myself doing that once. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, and again, I'd like to apologize to everyone on the frequency for that. Other than that, these past few days I've just been having fun, learning what this radio can and cannot do, and just having fun. And with that, I'd like to say 7-3 again and back to the net.
Hey, Roy. Well, no problem there. Probably get the repeater, get the cobwebs out of it during the daytime. No more it's used in the daytime. It might need a little kerchunking. Not that we're supposed to do that, but every once in a while, guy gets in the wrong bracket there and doesn't even know it sometimes there. Well, thanks for the apology, and I'm sure it's accepted by everyone that if we thought we had a problem, I didn't hear about it anyway. Thanks for checking in, Roy, and congratulations on your new radio there, and hope you have fun with that. 73s, we'll catch you later. We'll go with KB9 and DDO, Earl from Madison in there. Earl, you have any comments for the net?
I'd just like to say hello to everybody. It sounded real good down here in Madison. I hope they had a good week and have a good week coming up. Sounds like we might have a chilly night there tomorrow night, but summer's going to be here, and we'll think it's too warm pretty soon there. So 73s and turn back to net control. KB9 DDO.
W9QYQ repeater PL107.2.
Hey, Earl, well, I'm sure that's the truth. That's always happens. Seems like it happens every year. It gets too hot after a while, but enjoy the warm weather, and the spring's a good time of the year here. Thanks for checking in, Earl, and I hope to hear you again next week, 73s. We got KC9FGO, Doug out of Bloomington with a short time, no comments. So, Doug, thanks for checking in again. Hope to hear you again next week, 73s. Okay, and like I said, I know I missed another one there, but I didn't get hardly any of the call. And so if I missed you, be sure to check in again this round. I will now take any more check-ins to the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Services. That please call net control KF90P.
KB9 ZYD with no comments.
AC9 DFU, Tommy and Salem. One announcement. K9 SQL, Bob in Bloomington.
Kilo Bravo 9, Sierra November 1.
AC9 FHX.
This is Whiskey 8 Alpha India Romeo, no comments.
This is 9KH.
KB9 EDT, Richard in Petersburg. Okay, we got several more here. Get them all wrote down. At least the call sign. Go back up the top. KB9 ZYD, Darren from Bedford. Darren has no comments. Thanks for checking in, Darren, and 73s, and hope to hear you again next week. And we got W9JCV, Jackie from Montgomery. Jackie, any comments for the net? Okay, Jackie, thanks for checking in. Hope to hear you again next week. You have a good one there. KC9DFU, Tommy from Salem. Tommy, have any comments for that?
Not a whole lot going on down here, Mike. Do have one announcement. On the 30th of last month, we had some weather roll through the area. And first off, I want to thank everybody on this repeater, Bloomington's repeater, all the ones that have joined the Southern Indiana Skywarn system. Only 2 repeater groups had to activate back on the 30th. The 2 that activated was us here in Washington County and Harrison County. Neither county had a severe storm warning, but we went ahead and activated anyway, just kind of as a test run to see how it was going to work. And I tell you what, I'll have to take my hat off to everybody. The system worked just like we planned it. Sometimes I felt like I was a jackrabbit bouncing from one repeater to the other, but there was several guys here on this one. Just people scattered all over that was really, really willing to help, and it really made the whole situation a lot easier. Bloomington even took part. They were on 460 simplex, but they was even a part of it with the 6-4 machine down. So with that, we'll turn it back to Ned. But anyway, I wanted to say good job, everybody. Let's hope that we don't have to use it, but at least we know now that it works. KC9DFU clear.
Hey, Tommy, thanks for checking in. Thanks for the comments there, and good reports on the weather net. It's that time of year, and we've had some already close by, in the state. So have to keep our fingers crossed and hope we don't get anything really severe. But always that possibility. We always need to be ready for it. Thanks again, Tommy, for the comments there. 73s. K9SGL, Bob from Ellettsville. Bob, you have any comments for the net?
Good evening, Mike. Finally got a little sunshine this afternoon, and the lawn dried out enough for me to get it mowed, thank goodness. It's gotten pretty long. Let's see, passed my element 3 yesterday finally, so I'm working on the code, and hopefully next month I'll get my general ticket. Other than that, nothing to report. K9SQL, 73.
Okay, Bob, we always like to hear new people passing new elements and upgrading and that sort of thing. It always sounds good to hear that going on. And I want to say congratulations to you and wish you well on your next test there, Bob. You have a good one. 73s. KB9SNL, Tim from Olytic. Tim, you have any comments for the net?
Well, sure, Mike. I had a very different week last week. Definitely with high points and low points. Started Sunday with Mike there. KC9FHX giving me a big plate full of mushrooms. We like that. So that's a belated mushroom report. Things were along pretty smooth until Thursday. Well, let's take it back. I bought me a great big dirt bike on Tuesday and had to go play with it Thursday. Played with it till it was almost too late to make the fox hunt. Got pulled over trying to get there after injuring my foot on the bike. And then I managed to at least win the fox hunt. And then things trucked on from there till Saturday when I was quite happy to discover that my wife is expecting our first child. So with that good news, I'll say 7-3. This is KB9SNL.
Mike, you had a busy week, and I've been part of it. I did was running the fox hunt, and congratulations on you winning the night fox hunt, the only one we had for quite some time. And then I did hear your report to Mike or someone the other day about the expectant child. I did hear that. I was busy at the time and didn't have a chance to comment with you, but congratulations on that, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that. So yes, you've had a busy week. You might want to mark this one down on the calendar. So thanks again, Tim, for all your comments there, and thanks for checking in. 73s. KC9FHX. Mike, you have any comments for the net?
No real comments, Mike. Just to say, sorry I ain't checked in the last 3 weeks. It's been kind of hairy around my house here lately, but everything's looking on the upside now, so I can get back to normal, hopefully. Anyway, I did find a good mess of mushrooms, like Tim said. I had a couple sandwiches, and my wife had some, and then I gave the rest to Tim. So, yeah, like you said, Mike, they ain't in the normal places. If you looked in the woods, you might want to go out your backyard and look in your backyard. With that, I'll turn it back over to net control and talk to you guys later. 73 Doll, KC9FHX.
Hey, Mike, I think I mowed the backyard. I didn't see any, but I could look again. I got a couple spots I found them last year, and I kept watching those places and never did find any, so it definitely changed this year. Thanks for checking in. We'll say 73s. Have a good one. W8AIR. Hal from Mitchell. Hal has no comments. Hal, thanks for checking in. Hope to hear you again next week. And N9KH. Keith, you have any comments for the net?
Well, good evening, Mike, and everybody else. Only one thing. We have a meeting coming up on Tuesday. Start time 7 p.m. at the clubhouse. May run, we may start a little bit late because some of our members have stuff to do with the election. So, don't be surprised if we start 10 or 15 minutes, maybe not that much, but anyhow, that's it. And I guess, we got a fox hunt coming up next weekend too, don't we, on Saturday. I believe the announcement on the repeaters, 3:30 start time, but I think 4:30 is probably more accurate. So with that, turn back to net control. This is W.
Okay, Keith, thanks for the comments there. And yeah, I'd say 4:30 would be the start time for the fox hunt this Saturday. So look forward to seeing everybody there and see you out at the meeting Tuesday night. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for the comments. 73s. KB9EDT. Richard from Petersburg. Richard, do you have any comments for the net?
KF9MP in the net. KB9EDT. Mike, I don't have much. It's a beautiful day today. Oh, gee. Went down to Evansville and came back and stuff like that. It's just one of those things. And sitting here enjoying the radio and watching a little bit of TV at the same time, outdoor channel. Watching a big deer hunting. No mushroom stories. My son come in with some, so they weren't big, but they were fine. We ate them. I did see some. Another lady had some real big ones, about the size of your hand, for crying out loud. But anyway, good week and a good day, and we'll see you next week. KF9NP, KB9EDT.
Richard, well, you had a little mushroom story there anyway. Good trip down to Evansville, and sound like you've been a little busy there. So thanks for the comments, Richard, and hope to hear you again next week, 73s. You're number 16 on the list. Let's see if there's any more check-ins to the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Services net. Please call net control KF9MP.
K9US.
KB9 Victor Zulu.
WD9BIM.
Okay, we got about 3 more there. K9US. Tim from Bedford. Tim, you have any comments for the net?
Say good evening, everybody. Well, hopefully we're making it in the repeater okay. I'm on my HT down in the kitchen, having a late dinner tonight. Just got done mowing the yard a little bit ago. And hopefully we'll see everybody at the club meeting Tuesday. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, Tim. Thanks for checking in. You're coming in just fine with the handheld there. You have a good week there. Thanks for checking in. 73s. KB9VZ. Dallas from Mr. C's area. Dallas, you have any comments for the net?
Yeah, I do, Mike. Before I start this little comment about my mushroom, I want to tell you I went to church tonight. I want you guys all keep this in mind. Yesterday morning, I went out in the backyard for breakfast, found a mushroom out there and looked it over and couldn't break it off. Went back to my little shop and got a saw and started sawing on it. My wife called me for breakfast. I went and eat. By the time I got back out there, the thing had grown. Couldn't reach the saw and I had to just abandon it. I did go to church tonight, KB9VZ.
Well, it's always good to have mushroom stories, Dallas. Even if they're big mushrooms or big stories. And I should have said Judah, the area. I hate to not use that name as much as they're publicizing it. We're getting that on the map, so I better use it. Thanks for checking in, Dallas, and thanks for the story there. 73s. Hope to hear you again next week. WD9 BIM. Ron, you have any comments for the net?
WD9BIM downtown Bedford here. I didn't check in last Sunday. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm sure glad I'm a lot better this Sunday. Last Sunday I went out to old Arthur, Illinois. We went to a little ham fest over there. Had a super good time, but on the way back, somehow or another I pinched a nerve and I was in bad shape by the time I got home. But while we was over, I got to pass out a lot of flyers and got to meet a lot of people and got to meet the guy that won our little handy talkie that we gave away last year, an older gentleman, and he was just tickled to death with it. And I hope Tim's still listening because he said it, the manual didn't come with it, and I think that it was Tim, but someone went and run it off from internet and sent him the whole book and everything on it. And like I said, he was really thankful, and he was still just thrilled about winning that little handy talkie. And then I met a couple of people that had never been over here that said that they was sure going to look forward to coming over here this year. So, nevertheless, that was a lot of fun. And as far as mushroom, Mike, I used to find a couple in the backyard every year, but I haven't in the last couple of years for some reason or another. And I found just about a mess for one meal, and that's about it. And substituted some of it with some poke stalks. Folks are coming up. Anybody that's never eaten poke, they've missed a good meal that grows in the wild and is plentiful out there. Both the poke stalks and the greens are real good for you. Anyway, that's about it from here, I guess. You'll see a lot of you out there Tuesday night at the meeting. Somebody cut the grass out there. Thanks to whoever done it. They done a pretty doggone good job. Looked pretty good there last week sometime. This is WD9BIM 73s. I'll have a real good week coming up.
Okay, Ron, thanks for all your comments there and keeping us all abreast of the news of the ham fest at Arthur, Illinois there. Poke stalk information. Never ate poke stalks as far as I know. Might be interesting to try sometime, but haven't ever tried that. Would try the mushrooms, couldn't find any, so let that out. But not getting the reports I don't believe that we had last year on mushrooms there. But with that, let's your number 19 on the list. So we'll take another check one more time, see if there's any more check-ins to the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Services Net. Please call Net Control KF90P.
For 9, Papa, Tango Golf, Maynard, Bloomington.
November 9, Papa, Tango Golf, Maynard at Bloomington. I think you're a new check-in for me, Maynard. Welcome to the Hoosier Hills Emergency Services Net, and do you have any comments for the net?
Got finished with the nets on the K9IU repeater and the IRLP link and so forth this evening, and just had a landline with my brother, and just tuned around the repeaters here and caught you folks, and thought I'd give you a holler and say howdy, and pass along 73 from everyone up here in Bloomington.
Hey, Maynard, well, thanks for checking in here, and feel free to check in anytime. It sounds like you're busy about the same time we have the net, but if you can anytime, we're sure welcome you to check in there. Thanks again, 73's Maynard. Are there any more check-ins to the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Services net? Please call Net Control KF9MP. Okay, hearing none. Myself, I'll be number 21 on the list. We've got 21 check-ins this week. That's pretty good. And I have no specific comments. Enjoyed all of your comments and all of the checking in tonight. I want to thank everyone for checking in this evening. Hope to hear you again next week. This is KF9MP, now closing this session of the Hoosier Hills Amateur Radio Emergency Services net at 9:26 p.m. and turning frequency back to regular amateur use. Thank you and good evening. This is KF9MP. I'll be clear.